Sawadee-krap. Hello and welcome to Daily Wisdom, Walking the Path with the Buddha. Today is our group learning program, and we're in part 2 of a 4-part series where I'm helping students to build up their loving kindness meditation practice. So welcome. I'd like to welcome you to our class, whether you're joining for the first time or you're joining regularly. Last week, I actually taught loving kindness meditation, walking through various teachings to be able to help students to understand what loving kindness is and how to practice loving kindness meditation. And then we actually did a loving kindness meditation, just a very basic, very general one. And then the students were meant to go off and actually practice for the next week to be able to build up their meditation practice. Well, today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a loving kindness meditation session, but I'm going to customize it. I'm going to show you how you can actually customize these rings. Because if you remember from last week, I was actually sharing that the way that you do loving kindness meditation is you start with some chanting, then you move into breathing mindfulness meditation, then you do the loving kindness meditation where you're doing these affirmations of may I be peaceful, may I be safe, may I be well, may I be free of all discontentedness and the suffering it causes. And then last week we just went to we and all beings because this was just a very basic meditation. And then we went back to breathing mindfulness and back to the chanting. Well, today we're going to be customizing this middle section where instead of just doing these 3 very general, very basic rings, we're actually going to customize this. And I'm going to do it based on everybody who's joining us for the meditation. But keep in mind, you're going to need to customize this for yourself. You can use what I actually am going to do today. You're welcome to use that. But you would also like to consider customizing this, whether you have somebody named Bob or Susie or Rebecca in your life that maybe you have anger, hatred, ill will, or even the slightest dislike towards them. You would like to include them in your meditation when you're doing this on your own. These people could be people who are currently in your life, or maybe they're long gone in the past, maybe even people who are already dead. If you have anger, hatred, and ill will in your mind towards anyone at all, you're not going to be able to experience the peace of mind. That anger and hatred is going to come out, not just in times when you're thinking about that person, but in other situations too. So to fully uproot this ill will out of the mind, which is a pollution of the mind, you need to be able to essentially attack it with this loving kindness meditation. It's like a jackhammer that you're breaking it up. And then you go out into the world in your loving and kind in your intention, speech, and actions. So again, I'm going to lead you in the meditation, guiding you first with the chanting. Then I'm going to guide you in the breathing mindfulness meditation. There's going to be a period of time where it's just quiet, just a short, brief period. Then I'm going to come in with the affirmations for the loving kindness. Then we're going to go back to the breathing mindfulness. Then we're going to come out of that with some chanting. And then I'm going to just open up to any and all questions that you have, whether you're in Facebook, YouTube, or Zoom. You'll be able to ask any and all questions that you like. So if you'd like to join for meditation, maybe pull up a meditation cushion or a chair or a bench or whatever it is that you normally meditate with, and you're welcome to join in with the chanting. And then I'll come back in with the guidance afterwards. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Mahakawa Potang Mahakawanhang Apiwateyami Sawakato Mahakawata Tammo Dhammang namasami Supatipano mahakavato Sāvaka Saṅkho Saṅghang namami Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato สัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะอิติปิโสมะกวาอะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธวิชาจารณังสัมมุโนสกาโตโรกาวิตุอนุเตโรปุริสาดามาสติสัตตาตาวามานุสนังพุทโธภาควาติ Okay, with the lower body and hands and arms comfortable, and the upper body erect, just close the eyes and start breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Here you're just looking to establish the breath, a nice, natural, steady, consistent breath. Not forced or controlled, just a gradual inhale through the nose, experiencing the full breath. And then whenever you're ready, exhale out through the nose. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Your breath may not match up with the guidance that I'm providing, and that's okay. This is your practice. I'm just here for guidance. You can use this voice as a reminder that whenever you get to the next inhale, breathing gradually through the nose, developing a nice, natural, steady, consistent breath. And then whenever you're ready, exhale out through the nose, experiencing the full breath. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. With the breath well established, start fixating the mind on the breath, either the sound of the breath coming into the nose or the sensation of air moving over the skin into the nose. The breath is the present moment. Fixate the mind on the breath, the present moment. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. With the mind fixated on the breath, whenever you notice that it moves off the breath, cut that off, let it go, and come back to the breath, the present moment. No need to observe the thought, label it, judge it, analyze it, or even try to figure out where it's coming from. Whenever you notice that the mind is moved off the breath, cut that off, let it go, and come back to the breath, the present moment. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. I'm going to be quiet now and let you do this work of focusing on the breath, cutting off and letting go anytime the mind moves off the breath. Then I'll be back with more guidance on loving kindness meditation. You have nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. No one needs you right now. This is your time to focus on the breath. Breathing in and out. Continuing to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Repeat these phrases in the mind on the out breath. May I be peaceful. May I be safe. May I be well. May I be free of all discontentedness in the suffering that it causes. May mom and dad be peaceful. May they be safe. May they be well. May they be free of all discontentedness in the suffering that it causes. May my family, friends, co-workers, and neighbors all be peaceful. May they be safe. May they be well. May they be free of all discontentedness in the suffering that it causes. May all those who have caused me harm be peaceful. May they be safe. May they be well. May they be free of all discontentedness in the suffering that it causes. May all those who I have harmed be peaceful. May they be safe. May they be well. May they be free of all discontentedness in the suffering that it causes. May all beings, wherever they reside, be peaceful. May all beings be safe. May all beings be well. May all beings be free of discontentedness and the suffering that it causes. Now return back to breathing mindfulness meditation, focusing on the breath, cutting off and letting go anytime the mind moves off the breath. Breathing in and out. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Mahakawa Bhutang Mahakavanang Abhivateyami Savakato Mahakavata Tammo Dhammang Namasami สุปฏิปันโนมหะคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆสังฆังนามามินะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะอิติปิโสมหะคะวะอะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธวิจาจารนังสัมมุโนสกาโตโรกาวิโตอนุเตโรปุริสาดามาสติสัตตาตาวามนุสนังพุทโธภะคะวะติ Okay, if you guys would like to slowly make your way out of meditation. Once again, welcome to our class. Nice to see everyone in class today, whether you're joining in Facebook, YouTube, or Zoom, or whether you're listening to this on the replay. Welcome to everyone. I'm going to just share a couple of things to emphasize different aspects of loving kindness meditation, and then I'm just going to open up to whatever questions you guys might have. Keep in mind that when you're doing these phrases during your loving kindness meditation, this is in order to transform your mind. You're not sending loving kindness to mom and dad. You're not sending loving kindness to your friends and family. You're not trying to change mom and dad, change your friends and family. Instead, you're doing this inner work in order to be able to transform your mind, essentially rewiring your mind to be more loving and kind, filling up your mind with loving kindness, which is a genuine interest in seeing all beings be well, active goodwill towards others, so that then when you go out into the world, through your intention, speech, and actions, you can be more loving and kind. And it's the Eightfold Path that's going to help you to be able to see how to practice right intention, right speech, right action, and right livelihood. So this is all for you and for your mind. This meditation is going to eliminate all the anger, hatred, ill will, and all the lesser versions like frustration, agitation, annoyance, even the slightest dislike towards others. So this is working on your mind. And it's not just the meditation alone, it's also going out into the world and being loving and kind in your day-to-day life. It's gradual training, gradual practice, and gradual progress. You can't just snap your fingers and instantly eliminate your anger and hatred. It's not like taking a pill where you have a headache and then you take the pill and 30 minutes later the headache might be gone. That's not what this is about. It's through gradually wearing away the anger and hatred through, yes, rewiring your mind in meditation, but then through your intention, speech, and actions, going out into the world and being loving and kind. This is where the real transformation is occurring. So you need to be able to understand not only is it going to help eliminate your anger and hatred and ill will towards others, but towards yourself too. If you have negative self-talk or you have a degrading or diminishing inner dialogue that is causing your mind to just constantly think in negative ways about yourself, this is going to help you to eliminate that as well. That if you walk around with that, that's very detrimental to your life and having success in your life, because you've constantly got this voice in your mind constantly telling you how no good you are, right? So you're not interested in continuing to take that around. So this loving kindness meditation is going to help you with that as well. But just like all the other anger, hatred, and ill will and the unwholesome thoughts, not only do you need to meditate in this way, but in your day-to-day life, when those thoughts are coming up, and you see it with your mindfulness, you need to apply right effort to cut it off and let it go. Cut it off and let it go. That's what's going to help you to be able to transform your mind with this. Then in terms of when we talk about may all those who have caused me harm be peaceful, safe, well, and free of discontentedness, and all those who I have caused harm to, remember, you can't cause other people to be discontent, and other people can't cause you to be discontent, but you can cause them harm, and people can cause you harm too. If you're causing harm to someone's physical body, to their material possessions, or their reputation. If you cause harm to this, to any being with these three things, you're going to experience harm coming back to you. So if you caused physical harm to an animal or a human, right? This is a living being, that harm is going to come back to you. If you cause harm to their material possessions, or if you cause harm to their reputation, it's going to all come back to you. This is the natural law of cause and effect, or action and result. So by eliminating the harm that you're causing others, now you'll see your relationships can significantly improve. But as long as you're causing harm, harm is going to keep coming back to you. And you're going to need to pay attention to your intentions, your speech, and your actions, because if you're bitter and harsh and hostile through your speech, you're not causing harm in terms of to their physical body, their material possessions, or potentially their reputation if you're just being harsh and bitter and hostile to them by themselves. But their mind isn't going to like that harshness and hostility, right? So that's why you've got to eliminate that. And that's what's going to actually improve your relationships. Oftentimes people think the way to get to better relationships is change the other person, because the mind in the unenlightened state is trying to get its cravings, desires, attachments fulfilled. But the way you're going to improve your relationships is by improving the quality of your mind. And now in your day-to-day interactions with people, that you can be more loving and kind. So I'm just going to stop here and see if you guys have any questions about anything related to loving kindness meditation or any other aspect of your practice or the teachings of the Buddha. You're welcome to ask any and all questions you like by putting that into Facebook, YouTube, or Zoom in the comment section, or by raising your hand in Zoom, unmuting your microphone, and asking any and all questions that you like that way. Okay, I don't see any questions anywhere. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is I'm just going to end by thanking all of you guys for joining class. Thank you for your interest and your dedication to learning, growing, and developing and practicing some loving kindness meditation, because as you become a better and better person, this is helping you, all those close to you, and all of humanity. It's like a ripple effect. So thank you for your dedication to learning and growing and developing. So next week in this class, I'm going to be in part 3 of our loving kindness meditation. So we're going to take this to the next level next week. And then this week on Sunday in our group learning program, when I'm sharing chapter 2 of this book, it's titled, Why Study the Teachings of Gautama Buddha? So this is going to help you to be able to understand why somebody might actually choose to actually study these teachings. So you're welcome to attend that at 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. Thai time. So thank you again for attending, and perhaps I'll see you guys in a future class. Be well and take care. Sawadee krap. Thank you again for watching. Enjoy your meditation. Look forward to seeing you online and answering any questions that you might have. Thank you so much.